Today's Furry Girl profile rushes us back into another character review from 1992's The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. In episode Magnificent Sonic, we open up in an Old West style town we will shortly find out was called Tranquil Gulch. A few seconds in, and the current sheriff finds himself in a shootout with one of Robotnik's robots called Six Gun Pete. After Pete runs him out of town, Sonic and Tails not long after come racing through. Sonic wanted some relaxation in town, and the first place he and Tails would stop was the saloon, where we meet our featured girl, Miss Possum, who was the bartender.
What'll it be, boys? I'm Miss Possum. Welcome to my saloon, Mr.
While ordering from the bar, Playboy Sonic didn't hesitate to hit on the first girl he saw. When Six Gun Pete came in causing trouble, Sonic fended him off by tricking him into blowing his own head off. Not only was Miss Possum impressed, but the mayor attempted to make the speedster the brand new sheriff. Sonic was ready to decline the offer, but he couldn't say no to the babe enticing him, so he became sheriff temporarily. In the meantime, the now headless Six Gun Pete traveled back to Robotnik and alerted him about what was ruining his plans to turn the town into a casino. As expected, he sent Scratch and Grounder to take care of Sonic. The doofus duo arrived in town and challenged him to a shootout, but he tricked them to a game of strip poker instead. Miss Possum watched from the sidelines as Sonic kept beating them and causing them to obsessively pull their robotics off to make up the cost. As Tails took out the trash, she would rejoice and reward the town hero with a well-earned kiss.
Don't be such a humble hedgehog. You're an ace of hearts in my book.
But this also soon causes problems of its own, because Scratch and Grounder was still watching from the shadows, and they figured out Sonic was way into Miss Possum. Scratch visits the saloon and tells her Sonic wanted to have a romantic picnic with her. When she enters the wagon, she quickly finds out she was being kidnapped to lure him into a trap. When Sonic found out she was in trouble, he raced to chase the runaway wagon down, which was heading towards the edge of a cliff. He jumped over the edge following behind it and made his way through the window. Scratch and Grounder then unleashed the next stage of their plan, which was to imprison the two inside and make a jump for it with the parachutes. But the two morons completely forgot to put them on first. Sonic would then use them to slow fall down and allow the wagon to drift downriver like a boat.
Oh, Sonic, you're so romantic.
The Badnik duo, however, wasn't done yet, but the upcoming rapids had a different plan in mind for them. Sonic guided him and Miss Possum out of harm's way, while Scratch and Grounder found themselves smashed to pieces.
Oh, Sonic, you're wonderful.
However, both sides would soon find themselves going over a waterfall. Sonic and Possum managed to survive with no trouble, but the Robos were captured and jailed. A message was then sent to Robotnik telling him it would cost a heavy fee to get his robots back. He would soon arrive to town accompanied with 5 other new robots, designed to turn Sonic into blue cheese. After dealing with the extras, he would soon then face off with Robotnik directly while Tails was being held captive. Miss Possum would soon then run to his side out of concern.
Sonic, wait! If you're gonna get shot, at least you should wear some nice duds. But
It wasn't clear yet, but apparently she had a trick up her sleeve to match Sonic's fancy new outfit. Under Sonic's cloak was a mirror, which he would use to reflect Robotnik's gunfire. He stumbles into his minions, where they end up defeated after getting nailed into a porta potty turned into a coffin. Sonic then declares his job as sheriff is over, but before leaving, he will pass the role on to Miss Possum, a girl who was just kidnapped and hasn't used a gun the entire episode, but okay. Miss Possum was voiced by Louise Valance.